It's easy for anyone to see this is all fucked up. YAMCHA had already become an irrelevant character, and Toriyama had a cool idea for a Saiyan named Trunks, but Trunks was going to need a mom. So when the time came, Toriyama twisted the knife himself. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. See, you couldn't stay away, huh? I'm back and I'm ready to put another one of your favorite characters on the chopping block for views, baby. And since I've already prostrated and gutted myself for the sake of Gohan, I have nothing left to lose. Nobody's safe. So hide your shonens and hide your waifus, because I'm looking for suggestions. So if you have a character that you feel is down bad, let me know in the comments below, and I'll steal your idea and make a video about it. Please like and share the video, and subscribe if you're new. I try to get these videos out once a month. I'm a one-man band out here, so it takes a while for me to finish. You'll be lucky to get 2 a month. Now let's take a look at another character that is hands down the worst of the worst. A character that we all can unanimously agree is the butt of the joke. The laughing stock of the anime world. The literal definition of stay in school, kids, you don't want to end up like this guy. YAMCHA has to be one of the most iconic characters that is remembered more as a meme than as a fighter in the DBZ universe. Now you might be saying, oh no, TN has it worse. Or you might be saying, nah, Krillin has it bad. But I assure you, if you stick around to the end of this video, you'll see that there are far worse fates than being forgotten. And since only 8% of you guys make it to the end of the video, where all the juicy stuff is, I made this video a little bit shorter for you guys. So I dare you to stick around. Now, in order for us to properly pinpoint the moment where YAMCHA started dolphin diving off a ravine into oblivion, we would need to go back, way back, when YAMCHA was first brought into the show. When we first meet our hero, he's living in the desert as a cold-blooded bandit that has no problems robbing and killing unfortunate travelers that trespass on his lands. He's made a living off of running people's pockets. He managed to kick the shit out of Goku with his Wolf-Fang fist for the first time. Believe it or not, YAMCHA was a cool dude, a strong adversary for Goku. Whenever they would see each other, it was always on sight. He was cunning and a bit of a goofball, but in an early 1990s kind of way. So when Kid Goku comes back and claps his cheeks and jacks him for his lunch money, this motivates him to get stronger. He wants to beat Goku. He wants to prove that he's the better martial artist. He starts training to become an absolute menace in the pursuit of power. I mean, goes on a mass ass-whooping spree. He was self-motivated and took pride in his own strength. Even though that he's presented as a devilishly handsome and brutal bandit, he did have one particular weakness, and that's some pretty girls. Yeah, Dragon Ball was a weird show. I could spend hours telling you how Dragon Ball has aged like sour milk over the past, 2 decades? But if I did that, we'd be here all day. So I'm gonna sum it up just like this.
Hello? Hello? Man at the door!
Pause! What is that?
But yes, YAMCHA can't handle women. I mean, he can't be within range of a female his age. He would rather leave a woman to die and get trampled by a monster than to touch one, or even talk to one. So you know this man was a straight virgin. So you can only imagine what he would wish for if he had the Dragon Balls. This man, more than anything, more than money, more than fame, more than ruling the world, he wants a girlfriend. Case closed, this man's down bad, tremendously. He's been alone in the desert or ordering his meat into oblivion. Into the dirt if he wants a girlfriend that badly. Puar has seen some shit. You're so antisocial, so socially awkward. You can't talk to females without foaming at the mouth? Maybe if you would, I don't know, get out of the desert, move to a more populated area, you would get more practice, but I digress. Even though he's a secret Schmeat beater, he still was an alright character. He had plenty of potential. Honestly, rewatching Dragon Ball, YAMCHA was a heavy hitter. I know that's hard to believe, but he was. He was a talented martial artist. Everyone gave him credit, even if he lost to the god of their world, and can be considered one of the most powerful humans on Earth. If Goku wasn't taking the spotlight, then YAMCHA and Krillin were right behind him. soon followed by Tien in the later arcs, bringing back nostalgia that the Z fighters actually meant something. Eventually, he did overcome his phobias by pairing up with a woman that was just as horrendously busted as he was. Turns out, you don't need Dragon Balls to talk to women. Just be yourself, be the best you that you could possibly be, and everything will work itself out. No problem. You know that tender and heartfelt advice I just gave you a moment ago? A literal second ago? Yeah, fuck all that shit. In life, you will be defined by one moment. Yes, one moment in your life that will determine your fate. You'll be judged and ridiculed based off this one instance of your life that no one would ever let you live down. You will be hassled daily and relentlessly by millions of people preying on your downfall. Or even worse, they won't care at all. That moment will go down as history forever, branding you as the hopeless loser and slacker that you are. You better have gallons upon gallons of copium in your refrigerator because you're gonna need it cold for the rest of your life. No one will ever expect anything from you. They will give up on you as a character, and when you do have a moment of victory, a slight glitch in the matrix, if you will, it shall be very brief and will be immediately followed up with you eating shit. This moment right here is the moment Yamcha died. Since we want to pad out the runtime, we're not going to have Nappa and Vegeta just kill everyone except Piccolo. Nah, we can't have that. Ratings, remember? Let's bring in the Goon Squad and have them handle our heroes in a 1v1 fight. Tien steps up first and definitely wins. No one can complain about this fight. He soundly won. Vegeta promptly pops Plant Monster number 1 like a balloon. Then he gives Plant Monster number 2 some solid advice. Either he dies or you die. Either he dies or you die. Either he dies or you die. And in that moment, inside the little green plant monster's mind, being a creature that was just born literally 5 minutes ago, has had only 5 whole minutes of existence, understood the assignment. Cyberman 1, Yamcha dead. And to add insult to injury, Krillin steps in and solos the rest of them, except one, proving that the Cybermen weren't all that tough. In fact, they were ass. The only time the Cybermen or Cell Juniors are remotely dangerous is when you're playing Budokai 2 and you whiff your combo because these little fuckers are so fucking short and just stare at you patiently before running your shit.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Yamcha wrecking loss after 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 loss has acquired a pretty good rap sheet. Even when Yamcha's not even in the scene, not even around danger, he still dies. And when he does fight, he's hoed out by jobbers or small, weaker versions of the main villain. Yamcha's story is so short because he is remembered as a loser, a constant gag of the show, ending up as either a punching bag or a casualty. Now, what if I told you this was all planned? Toriyama has gone on record stating that Yamcha is supposed to be a joke character. He only provides slight comic relief here or there. He and Toei have single-handedly orchestrated Yamcha's demise. Toriyama has no love for Yamcha, and he never will, turning him from an extraordinary fighter into a yellow-tailed coward. How does it feel, Yamcha fans? I'm not even sure if there are any Yamcha fans out there. This character will never have a shot because the creator doesn't want him to have one. You want an arc where he gets his shit together, or better yet, gets into a fight that he can actually win on his own? It's not happening.
It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up.
He's become Yajirobe, for Christ's sakes. But worse, at least Yajirobe doesn't get roasted publicly by everyone in the show, including his friends.
Hey, I'm available, ladies. What do you say, huh?
We're talking an even trade. We don't want to downgrade.
Including the villains.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who are you calling trash?
Pipe down! Only the lowest of the low would ever lose to a few puny Cybermen.
Beaten by Cybermen, were you?
Oh, that is pathetic.
Yeah, that would explain it.
including the writer. God, fuck. It's gotten so bad to the point where Krillin and Tien had to step up and try to protect their friends while he runs for his life, leaving behind women and children. But he still ends up getting eaten by Boo. Inferior human genetics wins again. If you're not a Saiyan or Orange Piccolo, then you're useless. I mean, Yamcha only won because Goku was hungry. It wasn't a real win. He wasn't trying. No one has time for a losing record. We only care about the wins, baby. Have fun staying in denial that Yamcha will ever make a comeback in the series. Shh, it's okay, Gohan. It's okay. They haven't forgotten you yet. You'll have a chance. Oh, can you guys stop flirting? No, for real, stop flirting. It's not going anywhere. And with that, this video is over. Yep, we're done here. Let's wrap this sandwich up. Video's over, get out. No, that's it. All the terrible things that have happened to Yamcha, I've covered it. It's over. Listen, we've taken his pride, his dignity. What more can you possibly take from this man? No, it doesn't have to be like this. There's no need for this. Leave him alone! All right, we need to have a moment of silence. Because what's about to go down, real talk, is fucked up. As I said before, Yamcha and Bulma were the couple. They were inseparable in the early stages of the show. Yamcha does his best to balance his life between relationship with Bulma and his pursuit for being the best fighter that he can. They both seem very happy with each other, kind of like they were soulmates destined to be together. Yamcha, the desert bandit turned good guy, turned shy guy, who ends up being one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. And Bulma, the intelligent, kind-hearted, headstrong, who's also filthy, stinking. Okay, if we're being honest, early Bulma is not a good person. If I can describe her character in one word, it would be aggravating. I really never understood why Bulma's character was such a narcissist and completely unlikable. She runs over Goku the first time they meet in the first episode, and when that doesn't work, she pulls out a gun and starts blasting. I mean, Jesus Christ, even though he has a tail, he still looks like an 8-year-old boy. She's short-tempered, verbally abusive to anyone she meets, physically abusive to anyone she knows, and manipulative, despite the fact that she can't really do anything on her own. But even past all that, the real issue we need to address is Bulma's thought. Even to the point where she's flashing the whole vag to Master Roshi just so he can give her the Dragon Ball. I mean, I guess she didn't feel a breeze down there or something. She's also quick to voice her preferences out loud, especially when she's opening shop to the nearest Chad within walking distance. Cling on to him like a kid in a candy store while she still has a boyfriend, you know, Yamcha? Hey, did you know she did this while Yamcha was still dead? And after he pulverized Gohan? Okay. Hold it right there, Mark. Are you shaming yet another woman? Unbelievable. Your YouTube career is going to be a short one if you keep this up. Are you saying she can't flirt openly with other men when all the other male characters show little respect for women and treat them all as objects? Just because she's flirting doesn't mean she's consenting. But shame on you, Mark. Shame. Look, guys, we can't ignore the fact anymore. Bulma breaking up with Yamcha broke him harder than Tien breaking his leg. I mean, come on. Bulma is oozing all over Vegeta, with Yamcha just a few feet away. Now, for you youngins out there, you're probably saying, oh, that couldn't be me. But for my more seasoned viewers, we know all too well what's going on here. That's why it's so shocking to see in a kid's show. What's even more horrendous is how Bulma upgraded so much so fast. She is killing it out here. All the fan art and animations out there are numerous. Yes! She might as well have her own OnlyFans account at this point. Yeah! And is getting her back blown out by the coldest, badass character in anime history? While Yamcha barely has any voice lines in Super? 1 minute you're a legacy character of a franchise, a staple in the show, the #2 guy, with your own toy line and everything. And then the next you're living in a cardboard box in the street selling coochie for some screen time. I mean, come on. They made a figure out of him dying and they're selling it at a profit. Talk about preying on your downfall. Bulma clearly fell for him the moment they got home from Namek, and Yamcha was still in the grave. I mean, why even bother trying to be romantic? Just focus on getting absolutely shredded, ignore all women, and go beyond. I mean, how am I supposed to compete with that? With someone who can blow an entire planet with one hand? Can you imagine the power of a Saiyan hip thrust? That's like 1,000,000 pounds. And Bulma's getting hit with all. I can only imagine the breakup between Yamcha and Bulma being something straight out of NTR. I mean, I wasn't watching or nothing, just a definition for it. Did I mention Bulma, Yamcha, and Vegeta were all living under the same roof when this was going on? Yamcha is one of the nicest guys from OG Dragon Ball to Z to Super. He was always willing to put his life on the line to stop monsters and tyrants threatening to destroy his world and the people that he cared about, which he inevitably does. He does die, and when he is revived, what does he return home to? He gets ridiculed because he lost a fight against Master Roshi in disguise, Kami, the god of their world in disguise, a psycho mutant in disguise, and a squid bomber in disguise. But now he has to train yet again for androids that are coming to kill everyone. And while he's training, while he's doing all that, his girlfriend's getting blacked out by a being he can't even stand up to because 1, he's on an entirely different level than you, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. 2, this nigga killed you. 3, he doesn't have a job or anywhere to live, so your girlfriend allows him to sleep, eat, and bathe in the same house you live in. So you get pissed, try 300 times gravity, instantly regret it, snap all your shit up, almost fucking die, get discouraged, stop training, while this nigga out here outclassing and outworking you. Bulma is sucking down all his kids in the same house that you are living in. A couple of years pass, you find out she's pregnant, having a whole baby. The baby daddy is the same nigga that killed you, but you still can't pop off because this nigga moves planets. Then she tells you it's over. She tells you you cheated on her, but she doesn't have any proof. She ditches you because you weren't putting in enough work, and you still have to take your ass on the battlefield because now the androids are here. Dr. Gero literally puts his hand through your chest in the back alley like you're some kind of prostitute. Your friends don't even look for you, but they can sense you're getting fucked. And while you're being grabbed by your face, bleeding out because you have a crater in your chest, wondering what the hell did you do to deserve this? Then Vegeta shows up and murders both androids, and you realize you've been replaced by someone way cooler than you, gets way more bitches than you, and probably never had any problems talking to females. It's easy for anyone to see this is all fucked up. Yamcha had already become an irrelevant character, and Toriyama had a cool idea for a Saiyan named Trunks, but Trunks was going to need a mom. So when the time came, Toriyama twisted the knife himself. Toriyama never liked Yamcha. He was a joke, so having the joke character cheat on his girlfriend, hey, that's no skin off Toriyama's nose. It was easy. You never realized it. But the old Yamcha died a long time ago. Eventually, Yamcha fell from the wayside, becoming even more of a joke, even more of a disappointment. Yamcha fans cried out with disdain and protest still to this very day, still defending their champion, defending his name in a world that doesn't want to hear. But those brave souls still fought on. So, with all that being said, with all the evidence I've presented to you in this video, the real question here still remains, is Yamcha down bad? Oh fuck yeah. Yeah, no, hands down, Yamcha is down bad astronomically. He would never get the respect he deserves. Being branded as a cheater, Toriyama, his god, has forsaken this man time and time again. Toriyama nuked his character, leaving him with no redeeming qualities or anywhere left to grow in the show. As the power gap continues to grow wider and wider, the potential of old fan favorite characters like Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, all of them become irrelevant again or dead in the water. But did Yamcha do anything wrong? Did he bring all this misfortune on himself? Yes, he did. Why? Because this is character assassination at its finest, at its worst. No one deserves the lack of care and absolute disrespect this man has been put through on a daily basis for decades. And it has to watch as Vegeta keeps long his ex-girlfriend, popping baby after baby.
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
I know I kept thrashing Bulma, but I don't really blame her or shame anyone like this. She's not a well-written character. Because Toriyama and other authors can't really write female characters, especially comedic female characters. Bulma's the way she is because Toriyama finds this kind of behavior or this kind of woman to be funny, I guess. Trust me, here on Monk's Court, we appreciate and respect all women.
Be gone, slut!
Toriyama wanted more Saiyans in the show, and the only available womb available was Bulma. So in order for Toriyama to have his way, he killed Yamcha's character and rewrote Bulma to fit his needs, and gave zero fucks about the consequences or the fans. If you wanted to have Trunks and add more Saiyans to the story, then just have them break up normally. Just let it be a toxic relationship, because they were dumb horny teens getting in over their heads. Have them mature, grow up, and just be buds. And let Yamcha have his own life. Let him get with Kiba's mom and put some scars on that boy. Give Yamcha something. Please. He never married. never had a kid, never amounted to anything more than little cameos here and there in the background, making him look like a desperate ex who keeps holding out hope that he and Bulma would get back together, knowing damn well that would never happen. It makes the character look pathetic. He's constantly getting trashed by the villains, trashed by his own friends, and trashed by the fans of the show that don't even fully understand why he's being trashed, other than it's cool to trash on him.
Just make sure you don't get another hand through your stomach. Sensibine!
Imagine the fate of the universe being decided in the best Battle Royale style tournament ever to exist in anime history, and all your brothers are there. Brothers that you've been with for years, trained with them for years. All your blood, sweat, and hard work were shared together. Brothers that you've died for, who you've always had their back since day one. Don't even bother asking you to join them. You figure they have to ask you because you're a legacy character. You're one of the boys. But they never do. They never show up, and you're just waiting. Instead, they invite Roshi. Then Roshi asks to borrow your cat so he can train for it. What is this feeling? Am I starting to actually like YAMCHA? It can't be. I don't like YAMCHA, but for some reason, all the hate this character gets makes me want to root for the guy, and to see him make a comeback makes me appreciate that Gohan. Even though he doesn't fight, he's still in a good position. He's still living his dream as a scholar and has a loving wife and kids. Even though Piccolo doesn't like it, Piccolo and Gohan still have great moments together that I, as a fan, can look back on. So where is it, huh? Where's the evidence of YAMCHA being unfaithful? Where is it? Show me!